welcome. Woo-hoo! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Native Wellness Institute's Wellness Wednesday. Nistu Nidaniko Makoyo Sakoyi. I'm coming to you live from the middle of the ocean where 12 wakas, which are war canoes with warriors that have ta'amoko like this. Warrior women have ta'amoko here. Ta'amoko, example for your parents when your parents die and you go through that rite of passage. And my father, Manokani, born in 1937, was our father most of his life. He died of a lung cancer because he was in a tuberculosis epidemic. But these ta'amokos, so I'm at a place where 12 wakas, war canoes that could hold 400 warriors, traveled these waters. The highway here is waters. Wakas, giant canoes, little canoes, double canoes. This was their highway. So 12 wakas, and I'm just sharing, I'm starting with a story because we're on a different time zone. It's 7:23 here. And I'm gonna jump in the water here in a minute because we start at 9 and we got about 150 people from Canada, all over Greater Plains, California. Anyway, they're jumping in the water right now, and we start at 9 for being trauma and healing informed and wellness in the workplace, and what kind of leader you need to be if you work for an Indian organization in 2025. So you're welcome. You guys want to fly over and join us? We still got 2 more days. Anyway, so I welcome to Wellness Wednesday. I don't want to be yelling too loud because I'm right next to the Honolulu Police Department, Waikiki Beach. They might deport me. Deport me to Ninasiko. No, they won't deport me. They're very kind here, very cordial, and they cater to those that can afford to come here and be a tourist. We're kind of, Indians, we're different kind of guests because we just are. And we know we at this moment in time in history, we're getting land back in a mysterious way. So I wanted to just, the topic today is refreshing and healing, and of course, I was thinking this morning as I was waking, it's still self-care. Our topic is still self-care, and self-care for those of us in mental health, self-care for those of us traditional practitioners. It's self-care for those of us that are evolving and have a metamorphosis of growth within our clinical work, within what our grandmothers taught us, what our grandpas taught us. But a lot of, our grandmother's teaching is going along. If you think Native women are sacred, if you were raised with Native women being revered life givers, if you were raised knowing that women were to be held up and not like on a pedestal, but they were to be cherished. They were to be protected. They were to be nurtured, and it's your birthright to thrive and to live joy, and that's what Indian women bring you. And all others indigenous, we welcome you, because Native Wellness Institute, we're welcoming the globe. Our mission, Wellness Wednesday, and our mission is to keep the teachings of our ancestors alive. So what are some of those teachings? That lateral kindness. I just walked with a couple of women. We got 17 people. Thank you, Jerry Lynn Church. Thank you, Greater Plains, for sending 17 of your staff here to refresh, renew, and learn more methodologies for healing Indians through a trauma and a healing lens, but also in leadership. How do we grow leadership that is transparent, diplomatic, no embezzlers? So if you're embezzling, knock it off. Corruption, we don't need that. But how do we grow new leaders? And I was, as most of you know, I'm still learning. Today, I'm bushy, and I'm gonna just share with you some of the pathways and some of the good things that are in our area right now. I wanted to come over here because I had just a great yearning and a great feeling that I wanted to show you some holy spots from the 1500s and the 1400s. But this topic of self-care, so like I just was visiting with the sisters, and we were talking about this. We're our authentic self in the morning. One of our sisters had to drink some coffee, so I said, well, let's walk together, till her coffee hit. And then I could see when her coffee hit, it got better and better, but and those of you, welcome. One of the medicines is the coffee bean, right? One of the greatest medicines we have is the coffee bean. And so as we were walking, we met another sister who just came from meditation. So this is like some of the self-care. I'll just share some of that just came from meditation and was just sitting with her eyes closed. But then she said, no, I had to open my eyes because look where we are. And it's just turning 7:29 a.m. here. So you just see the beginnings of our world starting to wake up here. And before I show you the holy rocks, I'm just gonna take you out and show you what our team has been doing is floating in this water for hours early in the morning. As the sun. Hey Lou, hey, what you doing, Lou? We just started. Do you want to say anything to our audience?
Okay, this is what you look like for real, in real life. I just woke up. So I'm coming down here to the water. It's very beautiful. There's a whole bunch of people I don't know, strangers. But strangers don't mean danger.
Yee.
They just mean connections that haven't been made.
Oh, cool. Are you going to jump in?
I was going to go down there.
Yeah, so, and see, I don't mess, our sibling, one of our disciplines is we don't mess with anyone till they have their coffee. And the bean. So I'm just gonna walk you down and show you some of our team is here, Native Wellness. We got our executive director, Jolene Joseph. We got some of our old G's like Gene Tagabon. And now I'm gonna put Wade McGee in the old G category. He's even here. Hey. And we got one of our old G's who came out of, she's been helping her tribe, Lavina Louie. And then we have our youngins that are just sprouting, and they're just so beautiful. We have Shailene Joseph, we have Josh Cocker. We're just some of our team is here, and some of our, you know, we have a bigger team. We wish you were here, and maybe, you know, that'll happen as we embrace. So I want to just show you where we're at. It's not too ridden. This beach will have a lot of people come out and swim. This water is healing water. The sun is just coming up. Maybe I should get Lori when she jumps in. Atstanikiwa, my baby sister. Yeah, this guy right here gives surfing lessons. Or if you have to buy a spot in this in order to be in some of these chairs. Everything, you have to buy everything here. But you know what? Serenity is for free. Peace and serenity are for free. And oh yeah, white privilege. Yeah, it's here. White people think they can just go anywhere. Sorry. So now I'm just getting mesmerized, because once I start looking at this water, the self-care here. We had our group just come and float and do prayers in the water. And like 3 or 4 hours later, lay out, get some sun. And that's, you know, healing is with sun, healing is with water, healing is with peace of mind, healing is with serenity, healing is with meditation. Healing is getting the psychic or the tarot cards read, like with Deb Eli. Hey. You could just hear the waves, you know, and I'm just gonna walk you down, because it's one of those places where the waves heal you. In your guided meditation, you can put the sound of waves on and close your eyes, and this is your self-regulation inside. You can come here. The water's coming up. You can hear it. So you can do, that's the power of your mind with self-care. The power of your mind is you can be here. And that's why I'm inviting you just to be here with the water right now. But I wanted to share a story, and then I'm going to take you to these holy rocks from the 1400s into the 1500s. This island, before there was any turistas, any of these tall buildings you see, this island had one of their first kings, and I'll read it to you in a moment, because their dialect, I don't speak fluent Hawaiian, and there's all kinds of dialects. I'll say kia ora, which is farther down the line, but I wanted to share a story with you that of those 12 wakas. As the wakas traveled from island to island here, you know, Kona, Maui, Kauai, all of the islands that you see here, there was healers, and there's many healers, and some healers, they the ones that I'm gonna share with you came from Tahiti. And these four deities, they had within them their mana, which is, and I apologize if I am not saying the exact dialect word. And I apologize. I'll just apologize once. But their mana, which in Siksikatepi, Blackfoot Confederacy, we call them holy people. There was these four individuals who they always say that they have male and female deities in one person. So from now on, I'll call it two spirit. These two spirit healers. I just love all the surfers that are coming out. These deities, they came to the islands here and they healed many people, that the word got around. These four two-spirit individuals, these mahalus, and people would come for a long ways in their canoes. They'd pull over here. They'd say, they came here and they got healing. And right before the king, I just want to stay near the water for a little bit before I take you up to the rocks, because these rocks have been protected and nurtured, and there's an altar, and it's almost like where we come from, like Ninastico, when you climb to the top there, or when you go to one of the medicine wheels, or you go like in the Dakotas, you go to Bear Butte. It's like one of those holy. So these four two-spirit individuals, everyone came and got doctored by them. And so it came a time right before the king was seated here. They decided they were going to go back to Tahiti, where that's their homeland. That's why we always want to go home, and for those of you, even if you weren't born or raised there, you should go visit your home. And I really encourage you at this time, just go and seek out someone to help you fast for 4 days. Go and be part of a Okon. I guess we'll invite everyone. We had 3 Okons in the Montana area and 3 Okons in the Alberta area. But you should come clean and sober. Like, don't show up, still doing stuff on the side. And we all know who you are, because you can't bullshit the bullshitter. You just can't. But we welcome you, if you really want to change in 2025, if you really want to take better care of yourself, we welcome you. The door is open. Come and sweat. I think about Rose Heavyhead is always inviting on the blood side, the Kainai side, And there's just the treatment program at Crystal Creek. They're always we have several sweats you can go to. We have ceremonies. We have Ganaxtimata, Brave Dog. We have, come in if you're, but if you're white, you white people got other ways. We don't need you. You don't need to come. And that's hard for me to say, because we're trying to heal, and if we have white people in charge, we ain't gonna heal. They're still trying to colonize us. You don't realize how insidious your teachings are. We're messed up because of your teachings. and we're throwing that yoke off. We're throwing that yoke off. And so we're healing with our culture. I just had to go there because I think about, you know, part of self-care is becoming your authentic self. Part of self-care comes with fasting, praying, meditating, gathering medicine. You know, this morning I was drawn towards the bear root. So I just went on my balcony and sat, and I looked up at the Gakadoksiko on the stars. I wanted, because the star constellation is different here. And I was just looking for the Ipisuwatsis, the morning star, but I saw several stars, and it wasn't like how the stars, I see it at home. I had to like get orientated, but I was just saying thank you, star people, thank you. Just thanking you for bringing us all here and bringing us safe. And then I started praying. I was thinking about the Moto Kiks, the Buffalo Women's Society, about the Ixkanaks. I was thinking about Nanamska. I was thinking about Natua Pisaki, Carol Murray, John Murray, all the travelers, Weasel travelers, Leonard and his wife, and how much they have helped us. Then I go up to each of at 6 Kai. I was thinking about all the, Clarence, Tail Feathers, Wolf Leg. I was thinking about all of Marcia up there, and you start to, all the people, and it took me about an hour just to name all the people and who asked for prayers, and I just keep praying till it feels like, for now that's good, for now that's good. And then I just felt so peaceful, and I'm just looking, I just got out of bed, I got my bathing suit on because Lori's out there somewhere. And I think Jean, and I see several of our participants, and they're just jumping in the water. But I wanted to continue this story about these 4-2 spirit. When these 4-2 spirit went back to Tahiti, and then the king was seated, and this is about 1500, they took these 4 rocks that I'm going to share with you. I'm just walking near these 4 rocks. These 4 rocks, it is said that they had a ceremony and they put their mana, their power, into these 4 rocks. There's all these little characters. They're short too. And I'm not the tallest person, but everybody's kind of short here. I'm gonna give them elevator socks. Okay, so we're going to, it's in the language. It asks us what I'm showing you. It says, please respect this cultural site of reverence. There are many stories of these 4 healers from Tahiti, known for duality of male and female spirit and their wondrous works of healing. So this, I'm just gonna, behind me is, you see the second rock, you see the 3rd rock, and we're gonna walk over here so that you can see the 4th rock in there. And the 4, again, with the language and my dialect, the sisters, I'm looking for their name. Their name was Kape Muhu, Kapuni, Kanohi, Kaholoa. So these 4 deities and 2 spirit. I don't know, people think I have some kind of knowledge, because I do. And this altar right here, if you look at this altar, And this is very important because you'll see some of the NWI individuals. They've come here in the morning, they've come here in the evening, and they ask for prayers. And part of the prayers, you can see some of the medicine ties here. Yesterday we made, it was so beautiful. Josh Cocker brought his children and they helped with the medicine tie ceremony. As well as, you know, Jean and Wade and Lavina. It was so good we don't get to see Lavina much, or I don't get to see her. It was so good when she sang and it was so beautiful. But what it did was it opened a door. And I'm right by the altar. I'm just going to stand here and talk with you. Is there, one by one, Lisa Enos from Washoe got up and sang a song. And then there was a grandma. She said she comes from a place like the original Pomos. Yeah, Native Dads Network. You'll see she's in the photos. But she came here and where she comes from, she said that men sang the songs. It makes me want to cry because she said they were told that only men sang the songs. But she was taught the song, and her grandpa said, you were taught this song, you have the right to sing it. But for some reason she was holding herself back, but she was at a place in life right now where she was not holding herself back. And she shared with us later that, you know, she has a terminal cancer, and she came to Native Wellness Institute's gathering because she just wants to live life to its fullest right now. And so she's living life fullest. She sang this song, and the whole you could hear a pin drop. You could hear a pin drop when she was singing this song, because she was doctoring us. And I don't want to guess her age, but I would say 80-ish. Old Pomo. And she sang this song, and she doctored us. That was day one at Native Wellness Institute, being trauma and healing informed, and wellness in the workplace and leadership. So part of self-care is, you know, so I want to finish talking about these rocks, because I'm going to invite some of the team to come. Oh, a butterfly just went over my head and touched my head. Birds are coming around, because these rocks, we left offerings, so each individual came here because it's between them and Ishtabatapi, their creator. They put out offerings and they ask for prayers. Over and over you hear me, Ishtabatapi, Nogakimoke, Nogaspomoke. Pity me and help me. Pity us, help us. I have to kind of look at these rocks right now, because those 4-2 spirit, when they left, they put their mana on these 4 rocks, and this altar was created here. And I can feel it right at this moment when I'm sharing with you. And I hope that, because there's stuff called remote healing, I hope that you can feel the mana of these 4 healing rocks, because it's actually the spirit, the physical spirit of those 2 spirits disappeared, but the mana is still here. And maybe that's, I just feel so calm. I feel so serene, like God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. That's self-care. And that one succinct, simple prayer, grant me the serenity. So that means that beautiful word of acceptance, that we accept things we cannot change. But we at the same time, in acceptance, we accept that we can't change our relatives who are still in their addiction. We accept that we have some crazy leadership throughout the world, and the continent, they don't call it the I liked when Jolene said it yesterday, we don't call America, we call it the continent. It's not the mainland. And we accept things we cannot change, people's places and things. And then there's the part, as you're to the rocks, the courage to change the things we can. And today's topic, welcome to Native Wellness, Wellness Wednesday, is you can change yourself. You can self-regulate. You can learn not to be reactive, to go into prayer, and to have boundaries. Boundaries where you don't insert yourself into the chaos. You don't, and now you can hear everything. Look at all the Waikiki buses, everything's just waking up, loaded with turistas, but bless their hearts. And then you have people surfing, and you hear the noises. So welcome to Honolulu, Hawaii, Native Wellness Institute. It's getting ready to have their second day of 2 trainings, being trauma and healing informed and wellness in the workplace. Yeah, so we're probably gonna just go on for a few more minutes. I'm just gonna walk around because I wanted you to feel the rocks today. Because Native Wellness Institute, we want you and we encourage you to find the holy place. Like, and up in the Greater Plains, we have holy places. We were just in Peach Springs, where the bottom of the Grand Canyon is the holy place. There's many, but of course we're surrounded you see the water, the color of the water. And Lori's already over there, jumped in. And so, that's Nikiwa and a bunch of our participants, so I'm gonna go jump in and get ready because I like to show up for work early. Part of my self-care. They always say untreated codependents are always late, and I'm in Al-Anon, and I notice when I'm late or I'm frantic or I'm in a hurry is I'm deep in my control issues. Duh. Duh. So, but I like to show up early so I can say prayers. I'll smudge off, and today I'm gonna wear my first sunrise ceremony, rite of passage from girl to woman, was in 1982, and it was for Justine Jimmy, my niece. I love her, and I'm gonna go spend time with her next week. We're gonna go to Kona, and we're just gonna we're gonna relax. But her grandmother made me a camp dress, and I'm gonna wear it today. Because they dreamt that I should wear it today. Dora Hoffman made this dress for me in 1982 so that I could, because I was the auntie coming to the ceremony because she was transitioning from girlhood to womanhood. And so that's what I'm wearing today. I'm just sharing that with you. So, but this self-care, find these places. I'm by the rocks. You can see how beautiful they are. You can see the altar. Find the place that you can go to, and then in your home, for your own self-care, create your own altar. Might be, where your pipes are. It might be where in your bedroom. You might build an altar together with your family, with your children, with your parents, with your aunties and uncles. And even if, those of you in treatment, you're welcome to look at this, or you're being in treatment when you're in high school, you're in treatment. When you're in college, you're in treatment. Different kind of learning. Build an altar there, a collective altar, you know, and sometimes, you know, you'll know what smudge to put on. There's a lot of tea leaf, a lot of tobacco. The first thing I do is I get off the plane, put my stuff in the room, and I come here to these rocks and I put out tobacco on this altar and just ask for good sleep, good food, good conversation, and sharing of storytelling. You know, Jean and Levina and Wade we were saying storytelling is our gift. We're conduits. We're nothing. We're just human, but we have stories. So the story I wanted to share with you today is so if you ever come here, you can come and put out an offering, just like the altar. You can create that in your mind, and you can create that altar in the place where you live with your family. And I just feel really peaceful. And I wanted to come to you. So welcome to Wellness Wednesday, Native Wellness Institute. We are, I was just like, make sure I got my key. I just walk away from things sometimes. See if I have anything valuable. I left a little bag over here, but that's okay. Maybe it's still there, maybe it's not. It's still there. No one, that's kind of cool. No one swiped it. No one took it. But that's what, people are kind here. We've just been treated so lateral kindness. Lateral. See, here's my little bag. I took it away, walked all around, and no one came and took it. That is awesome. So I just want to tell you that, you know, things are good. Things that we have many of our relatives here that are Native Hawaiian. Pray for them, and we're going to say prayers for you. So with that, I'm going to just balance for a moment. We're at a time in 2025 where we can collectively help each other. So, you know, the smudge not judge. Smudge not judge. Being that peaceful, you know, wow, I look at around all these lovely human beings. God gave them life. You know, when the sperm meets the egg at 26 days, you get a little heartbeat. In your heart. So thank your heart. Part of the healing. Thank your heart for beating all this time. I thank my heart. Self-care every day. Thank your liver, your kidney, all of your inner, you know, thank, my mom used to say, you know, start from your toes, thank your toes, thank your feet, thank your ankles for walking you around. And now I lay down when I do my stretches, and thank your heart, thank your esophagus. Thank your ears for listening. Thank your nose for smelling. Thank your eyes for seeing. Thank your voice for talking. Thank your tooth for chewing that good buffalo fat. Buffalo ribeyes. Elk fat. Bonaka. That tastes so good. So, of course, you know, what did I bring? I'm, you know, eating healthy. Cinnamon oat granola. But when I'm chewing it, it's just like, this is buffalo, this is elk. And I did bring some buffalo beef jerky that I'm going to share with the group, because Sai, our tribe, is making their own beef jerky. And so it's from our own buffalo, and it's part of the economic stuff. So if you come to the res, you can buy it. I don't think it's online yet. But I did bring 4 bags of buffalo ini dry meat to share with everyone. So I'm just gonna go be my badass self and jump in the water, and I don't want to ruin my iPhone, eh? Part of self-care is don't ruin your iPhone. But with that, Native Wellness Institute, you know, we're inviting you. We're having a gathering, a men's wellness, a women's wellness, and a two-spirit wellness in May at Barbie's Village. We also are part of a giant effort with Native Dads Network, Native American Indian Cancer Foundation, NAFA, White Bison. We're all getting together in June in Colorado. And there's several things going on because you don't have any excuses. There's places to heal, but we're here every Wednesday to talk to you, to think about your own self-care and your own healing. So that's Kitakito Matsuno. We'll see you next Wednesday.